This podcast is brought to you by digitallagos.tv.
The way you hunt for jobs may have changed quite a bit in recent years with the likes of LinkedIn. But one thing hasn't changed. You still need a killer CV to present to your potential employers. And you don't just need to know what to put into your CV, you need to know what to leave out. And to make matters worse, nobody seems to agree on what makes a perfect CV anyway. To help you make a step or two in the right direction are our masters of media recruitment, Clare Davies and Daniell Morrisey. They've seen plenty of CVs in their time, but as they told me, some of them have been particularly memorable.
I've received CVs printed on acetate, on tracing paper, on coloured papers. My favourite was a CV printed on a cushion.
There are some definite parameters to work to. You don't really want it to be more than about 3 pages long, and that's dependent upon your level of experience. You know, the more experienced you are, the longer the document's going to be. You don't want it to be loud with loads of different colours or anything like that. Definitely, keep it as clean and fresh as possible, so not different fonts for this and that, so it gets confusing and complex. But really, apart from those, I think it's up for grabs.
The important thing is to remember that CVs are often transported around by email, as Word files, as PDF files. They're going to be photocopied, they're going to be faxed. So it's crucial to stick with white paper, fonts that will be usable on any computer, and avoid multiple fonts. But that's not to say you can't be creative. You can use company logos, you can put on URLs, you can put on all sorts of things to show your individuality and creativity. But the do's and don'ts are really around thinking how that CV is going to be used by other people.
So if you're looking in roughly one area of work, can you make do with just one off-the-peg CV for all the jobs you apply for?
No. Never stick to one standard CV. Your CV should be changed for the job that you're looking for. Make it bespoke. Use things that are in the job specification. Bring things out of your CV that are more interesting to that employer. So never stick to one standard CV. Also, if you do both freelance and you're looking for permanent work, you probably want a different sort of CV for those two approaches.
And I would always suggest that you put a covering letter together. Just has to be 1 page. Again, picking out elements of the job description and tying it all together in 3 paragraphs. 1, why the company, what you know about the company. 2, what you have as far as experience is concerned that would be particularly relevant to them. And 3, what you then can bring to the company personally. That will make a big difference in additional means of selling yourself.
My number 1 tip is, can you hold the CV in front of your face 2 foot away and understand what this person does?
When people send CVs speculatively, do you bother with them?
Yeah, I do undoubtedly bother with them. What I would say is, if you are sending a CV out speculatively, make sure that you have researched the company. So you're actually demonstrating that you really are interested in the company. And I often invite people in. I've recruited a lot of people from them sending me speculative CVs, inviting in for an informal chat, recognising their talents and then identifying an opportunity in the company that they would be suited to.
You're a graphic designer, say. You could write to a company, say, I really like this range of products you're making, but I've got some great ideas for something else. If you're going right into a TV programme, you could suggest a feature. Just come up with a reason why they should see you above and beyond all the other people.
When you pick up a CV, what are the key things you are looking for?
We'll start off by making it easy to contact you. You don't need to put curriculum vitae across the top of the CV. Put your name and your contact details, your mobile phone number, your email address and your address. So make it easy to contact you. I really like to have what I would call a skills list, or some key words at the top that show what you are offering and what you can do. You might break those down into different headings, but just think, if I'm skim reading it, can I tell what you can do really quickly from a skills list? Also remember, a lot of CVs are machine read into databases, so it's a really good way of getting those keywords in. I really like to have a mission statement at the top of the CV, something that says what you do and what you offer. So it could be something like, editor with cross-genre experience looking to get into commissioning, but something short, snappy and succinct.
You're looking sceptical, Claire.
I am very sceptical. This is where the subjectivity comes in. I abhor those personal statements. Because the problem is you have to make them really, really stand out. And most people just mention those words: outgoing, hardworking, energetic, and it just becomes a trite waste of space. But again, I think this is absolutely covering the subjectivity of this material where we're discussing the CV.
There's no right or wrong way to do this. There is no definitive template, and everybody's got their own, often very strong opinions about how they should look.
That was a career tutorial conversation with Clare Davies and Daniell Morrisey from Digital Lagos TV.